That dog food bag may show a juicy steak, roasted chicken, and a happy golden retriever. Turn it around, however, and the first ingredient may tell another story. Today, we are examining 7 popular brands whose meat-heavy marketing can outrun certain ingredient lists, followed by 3 formulas that begin with clearly named whole meat. Number 1 may already be sitting in your kitchen. Before anyone grabs a pitchfork, this video compares specific formulas, not every food made by each company. Avoid means think twice if your priority is named whole meat at the top. Meat meals and byproducts can provide nutrients, and the first ingredient alone cannot prove overall quality. Check the complete and balanced statement, life stage, calories, manufacturing standards, and your veterinarian's advice. Formulas change, so always read your own package. Number 7. Diamond Original Formula. Its current ingredient list begins with whole grain ground corn. Meat meal comes second, followed by wheat flour and chicken byproduct meal. The food may still meet adult maintenance requirements, but it does not match what many shoppers imagine when hearing meat-centered diet. If you specifically want identifiable chicken, turkey, beef, or fish at the front, this formula does not provide that. Do not judge every Diamond product by this bag, because other recipes use different ingredients. Number 6. Purina Dog Chow, complete with real chicken. The words "with real chicken" can make shoppers expect chicken to lead. Yet the listed ingredients begin with whole grain corn, meat and bone meal, corn gluten meal, beef fat, and soybean meal. Chicken byproduct meal appears later. That does not automatically make the food incomplete, but the front label creates a more chicken-forward impression than the ingredient order suggests. Remember, "with" does not mean the named meat dominates the recipe. Number 5. Gravy Train Beefy Classic. Few names sound meatier, especially when the kibble can be mixed with warm water to create gravy. However, the ingredient list starts with corn, soybean meal, meat and bone meal, wheat middlings, and animal fat. Beef is not listed as a clearly named whole first ingredient. The gravy effect may excite dogs, but excitement is not transparency. If you buy it for the dramatic beef presentation, understand what the formula prioritizes by weight before processing. But before we keep going, I need to tell you something real quick. My son bet me I'd never hit 1,000 subscribers. He says I'm too old for YouTube and that nobody wants to watch a guy my age. So if this video is helping you out, hit that subscribe button and help me shut him up at the dinner table. All right, let's get back to it. Number 4. Kibbles and Bits, original savory beef and chicken flavors. This bag promises beef and chicken flavors, colorful pieces, crunchy kibble, and chewy bits. The ingredient list is less glamorous. Corn comes first, soybean meal second, and beef and bone meal third. Chicken appears through Animal Digest, described as a source of chicken flavor. The formula is marketed around taste, texture, and meat flavors, not whole beef or chicken leading the recipe. Colorful pieces and meaty shapes should not make the decision for you. Number 3. Alpo Prime Cuts, savory beef. Prime Cuts sounds like something from a butcher's counter. In this dry recipe, ground yellow corn is first, followed by beef and bone meal, soybean meal, animal fat, and Animal Digest. Beef and bone meal is an animal protein ingredient, but it is not deboned beef appearing first. This is why product names deserve scrutiny. A dramatic steak picture can describe flavor and positioning without revealing which ingredient weighs the most during manufacturing. Number 2. Ol' Roy Complete Nutrition Chicken Flavor. This is a recognizable budget option in American stores. The chicken wording sounds comforting, but available ingredient information lists ground yellow corn first, then meat and bone meal, soybean meal, animal fat, whole wheat, corn protein meal, and chicken byproduct meal. Chicken flavor appears farther down. Budget matters, and owners should never be shamed for feeding what they can afford. Number 1. Purina Moist and Meaty Steak Flavor. The soft texture and steak branding make this look like a pouch of little meat pieces. Its ingredient list begins with beef byproduct, followed by soy flour, soy grits, high fructose corn syrup, water, wheat flour, corn syrup, and then beef. Beef byproduct can supply nutrients, but this is not a simple tray of steak. The sweeteners and plant ingredients appear surprisingly early for a product built around a meaty image. Now for 3 foods meeting today's narrow, real meat first test. Number 3. Open Farm Homestead Turkey and Chicken. This recipe begins with humanely raised turkey and chicken, followed by ocean whitefish meal and potatoes. The company also provides ingredient traceability information. Shoppers get clearly named animal sources immediately, rather than vague meat terminology. It is grain-free, which is not automatically better for every dog. Number 2. Merrick grain-free real beef and sweet potato. Deboned beef is the first ingredient, providing a straightforward name protein source. Merrick describes the recipe as complete and balanced for adult dogs. However, do not buy it only because beef appears first. Grain-free diets are unnecessary for most dogs, and the best formula depends on health, digestion, calories, and veterinary guidance. The advantage here is label clarity, not a magical guarantee that every dog will thrive on it. Number 1. Origin Original. Origin Original begins with chicken, turkey, salmon, whole herring, and chicken liver. That is an animal-forward opening compared with the 7 formulas discussed earlier. The recipe is calorie-dense and rich, which may be too much for dogs with sensitive digestion or lower energy needs. Transition slowly and measure portions carefully. More meat does not mean unlimited food. It means the label aligns more closely with the protein-heavy story marketed on the front.
So what does all of this actually mean for the bag in your kitchen? The lesson isn't that cheap food is poison or that expensive food is a guarantee. It's that the front of the bag is advertising and the back of the bag is the truth. A steak photo, a word like prime, a promise of real beef, none of that tells you what your dog is actually eating. The ingredient list does. Learn to flip the bag before you trust the label. Look for a clearly named whole meat at the very top, and always match the food to your own dog's age, health, and your vet's advice. And that's the whole game. Flip the bag, read the first ingredient, and let the label tell you the truth instead of the marketing. Hit subscribe if you want more of these breakdowns, and I'll see you in the next one.